Welcome to the, for me anyway, 25th of November's edition of Dark Age of Camelot State of the Game. Thanks for the raid, Bloodcore. Awesome as always. Hopefully the audio doesn't suck tonight and you can actually hear me. So it seems like every time Bloodcore actually tunes in, my microphone loses its mind. So hopefully things are good to go there. Got a couple of things to talk about this week, so let's jump into it. First up, we're going to have some event updates, and then we're going to do a community spotlight, and then we'll jump into my Prondr This segment where I rant about random stuff. I don't have an interview this week, being the holiday week. U.S. side, it's kind of hard to find people that aren't in the middle of planning all kinds of things. But Bloodcore, happy late birthday. Sorry I didn't get to hang out much yesterday, but I will raise this one to you, sir. And then we'll go over stats from this last week, and then we'll hit up some suggestions. So the Blood for the Key on Gaheris finally went live. Folks over there have started doing raids and playing around and been having fun. And a couple of days after and that went down, it ended on Ywain. And now we have the Harvest Celebration that is live on both Ywain and Gaheris. And apparently I hit 200 followers this week. Fuck yeah. So the Harvest quest is up. It gives you the repeatable RVR quest, Lost Turkey, that you get in your Strength Relic Town, and that quest now auto-completes. King's Chest will spawn randomly around the turkey legs in Brafine. It has 2 uses. Don't forget, if you get an MTX race, name, or gender respec, to remember that you can only have one of each active at one time on your account. And there is a realm point bonus of 25% in Pennine Mountains, Champlain Mountains, and Brafine, where the turkey legs are. And then the event will run until Tuesday, December 9th, 2025. The Farmers Market Festival is up. It's in Albion, it's in Ludlow, Midgard, it's in Vasudheim, and Hibernia, it's in RD. You can go bob for apples, get some house trophies. You can get a quest to go kill a shark this big, or something like that. And PvP mode, sadly, is done on Ellen Bannon, but they did keep the enemy heads and the magic head orbs around. And with the Gaheris side of things, it's a little bit different because it's the PvE server. So the Blood for the Key event that is up there, you go to the Relic Town and see Lenore, and you'll get the EV Mournful King quest, the King's Key, and the Mournful King there spawns at the South Ruined Tower on Ellen Bannon, and is spawned through killing Nevermore ponies. Keys can be turned into the chest located beside Lenore in the Relic Town. So it's a little bit of a different thing on Gaheris than it was on Ywain for the Mournful King interactivity. So hopefully this part works. So this last week, from a community spotlight perspective, a new trailer went up that someone made. Some really cool people made, actually, in my opinion. We don't always like everybody's play style, but when somebody does something as cool as making new YouTube videos about DAoC, that's something that is usually pretty, I find, interesting to go hang out and check out. So we're going to watch that together. Hopefully, we're going to see if YouTube will cooperate and go from there.
You will remember this place, even if you've never been here. 3 realms born from legend: Albion, heirs of Arthur; Midgard, children of the Norse sagas; Hibernia, gardens of ancient Celtic magic, locked in a war that has never truly stopped.
This isn't an arena queue. Dark Age of Camelot is realm versus realm. Open world warfare, where keeps, towers, and relics change hands. And your victory powers up your entire realm. Dozens of unique classes, split across 3 realms. Crowd control, support, stealth, heavy front lines, bomb groups. Here, you're not just a damage number, you're a role in the war. Beyond the frontiers, the world is huge. Classic dungeons, epic bosses, long quest lines, crafting, and full player housing. Guilds and alliances run their own politics and rivalries on top of the realm war. You don't need a subscription to start. With endless conquest, new and returning players can create an account and play without a sub. Explore all 3 realms, level to 50, and fully join Realm versus Realm with access to every expansion up through Labyrinth of the Minotaur. If you're coming back after years, your characters are still here. Level 50 veterans who've been gone a long time can receive a King's Treasury quest when they log in, potions, currencies, and a full set of gear to get you fighting again fast. Every level 50 can visit their king to claim updated King's Champion armor and exemplar weapons and jewelry, free, a ready-to-fight template straight from the throne room. The war doesn't stand still. Regular live events, seasonal celebrations, bonus periods, and frontier twists keep shaking up where and how the battles happen. Maybe you were there on launch day in 2001. Maybe you heard the stories, but never got to live them. There is still a realm that could use your heals, your mez, your guard, your banner, your name. For more than 2 decades, the war has never really stopped. Dark Age of Camelot is still here. 3 realms, real stakes, and battles you'll remember years from now. Choose your realm, build your legend, join the war. Visit darkageofcamelot.com, download the client, and step into the frontiers.
I thought that was a pretty fucking awesome trailer. Very happy that Cosme and Contessa made that shit. I was going to try to see if I could have them on the show this week, and then I wound up with a migraine yesterday, and things just went south, so I did not get the opportunity to actually link up with them. But I am hoping, as since they are planning to do more things, to be able to interact with them and do a little bit of cross-streamer pollination there, and kind of promote what's going on within the realm of DAoC Live. So with that, I'm going to move on to the Prondr This segment. And last week, we had an interview or a special guest on, and what we talked about for a really long time was what it's like coming back to the game as a new or returning player, and how the experience is just not that good. The mid game kind of gets left off. There's a lot of resources that are missing, if you will. And the more I got to thinking about what's going on and the lack of things, one of the biggest problems that popped up to me was we don't have a character planner outside of the game that's been updated in a long time. Everybody still goes to Excedio, and the last patch that it had was, I think, 1.123, one of the sub patches on it, something like that. That's like a long ass time ago. And there's a lot of stuff. While Venetia put together a great utility, it's been kind of left to atrophy, and there's been no updates. And before that, there were tools like the Catacombs character builder, or then there's also the German DAoC chair plan that was out on SourceForge, and those things used to be amazing. People used to spread specs around in spreadsheets and stuff back in the day, and even today we still have Discord where people kind of share what might be a good spec for people that are interesting, but there's not really anywhere that's current with game data. And so I started rolling around in my head about that, and I said, fuck it. And I built a character planner. So if you go to https://daoc.gg, it is live now. All like 7 of you that are here on the stream right now can go take a look at it. Bloodcore is probably like, yes, I know. But I'll drop it in Discord as well. But a couple of things had me going on this. One was I knew that I could probably do something about it. I just had to sit down and take the time to actually do it, and data collection is always an issue. And so one of the things you'll notice is it's best effort, but the goal is to get it as quickly as close to live as is possible, and we'll kind of walk through what that looks like. So if you just go to daoc.gg, you'll hit here, and then there's a help and an FAQ button, and it'll tell you how you can save your build, what the difference is between spec spells and baseline spells, and why they're rendered differently, why are some realm abilities grayed out. If you haven't reached the realm rank 4 yet, it's not going to let you try. And then there's also a how do I report incorrect data. There is a report issue flag next to every spell, style, or ability on the chair planner. And to be able to report incorrect data, you will need to authenticate with Discord, but that's the only reason, is to cut down on bots and dumb stuff. But you can come in and you can load it up, and it's got dark mode, it's got light mode, and it's got high contrast mode, and it's going to auto detect what Windows or your Mac or your phone or whatever is set to, and it's going to pull that up by default. And we've got all 45 classes in here. It's going to filter the races just like Excedio does based on what is available. You can pick what level you're on. It's like if you go to level, morning Contessa, if you go to level 39, you'll notice that it takes master level and grays that out. And it takes champion level and grays that out because you're too low a level to make any use of those. And then also there are 2 different views on specs. There's the compact view and there's this detailed view. Compact is what it defaults to on a low res screen, so like on mobile, for example. And the app will also remember if you picked compact or detailed, so whatever you last viewed is what it's going to default to. It's got sliders so that you can train that way if you'd like. It should have the math worked out to where you can't do anything crazier than you're supposed to. If there is a bug, you go over to detailed mode, and there's one of these little flags here, and it says report an issue with this data. So you just click that, go log into Discord, and it'll pop up a little form for you to fill out that'll send me and anybody else that wants to volunteer to help maintain this fucking thing, a thing in our dashboard on here to help correct the data. So if you go back to level 40, you'll notice master levels unlock, because that's when you can start messing with them. And if you go up to 50, that's when CLs unlock. And then it defaults to realm rank 5 LO on the page. There's probably some things on here that need tweaking from a UI perspective, because I've literally slapped this together since the last state of the game. So I've been working on this for like 9 days, I think, something like that. And then you also have the ability to share your spec. So let's say you're level 50 and you're going to go 50-20. You hit the share button and it copies the build URL to your clipboard, and it doesn't require a login to do that. So you can literally open a new tab. Oh, and it's supposed to go load up whatever we just had. Looks like I got a bug there that I got to work out, but that's the idea behind it, is being able to share your build without having to log in. So apparently I got a bug there I got to work out, but it's getting close. This is community made. I made it. This isn't an official thing. I literally sat down and made this in the last 9 days. And then there's a stats page. And so you can come in and tell it what your starting stats are and whatnot. And then based on when you change your race, so if I go like from Kelf to Elf, it updates all that just like you would expect it to. And then it also has a little window down here that tells you based on your champion level, what do you get off of that. So if I change it to CL0, look, that goes away entirely. If I'm only CL1, it'll tell you here's how much you got of what. It's not complete, but it's good enough to get started and start letting people give me feedback about what is going on. And then realm abilities. So similar to what you're looking for there, it's got the little flag in case something's wrong or whatever. But you tell it what realm rank you are up top, spec into your realm levels or whatever. And so this is AUG strength. If you go back over to stats, it'll tell you, hey, you got plus 17 to that RA, and it's going to pop your total up as well. Little button to reset it for you if you don't want it. And then once you've spec'd more than you can use, it won't let you train anything else. It'll go through there and black that out. And it'll tell you how much the next cost of the next level to train is going to be. And then it's broken down into passive realm abilities, active realm abilities, and then at the very bottom is the realm rank 5 for the class. If you set it to realm rank 5 up here, it's going to show you that it has it available. If you are below that, it's going to be grayed out. And then master levels, it's going to pre-filter based on what class you have. So you can pick Convoker or Stormlord for an Animist, and it's just going to go through and show you what they are. If you're not ML whatever, say you're ML 0, but you're level 50, it'll just gray it out. It'll still show you what the things are. You just won't be able to say that you've trained them or whatever. And so like if you got ML3, there you go. But starting at 4, it's grayed out. what cooldown timers are shared with. It explains, and then target, cast time, duration, recast, and radius. If it's something that doesn't have a duration like Vacuum Vortex, it's just going to have a dash in it to let you know that there's nothing there. Like Summon Wood tells you that the target is yourself, Prescient Snowed is realm enemy, so on and so forth. Champion levels. Okay, so back to 50. So champion levels. Right now, it kind of gives you the overview of how much extra con you get, what your current power bonus is, and how many champion points you get. I don't have it integrated yet to spec things. Hopefully that'll be done later this week. Okay, so after this, what I went through was the fact that it works offline. It's a single page app that stores the data locally in your browser or on your mobile device via a phone or a tablet or via of the Apple or Android flavor. You just follow those instructions, and now you've got a chair planner that's with you wherever you go, whether you have internet connectivity or not. The next time you have internet connectivity, it will update, but you can literally add this to your home screen or whatever on your phone or your tablet, or you can even install it in a web browser. I don't know why you would want to, but on a desktop, and it will work in an offline mode. So that if you have poor connectivity or whatever, it doesn't matter. It's also not going to be chewing up a bunch of bandwidth every time you go to different things. Once it's cached locally, until the version number changes, it's cached locally. So one of the other things I think I mentioned earlier, but the sharing of specs and whatnot, that should, if it doesn't work, I'm going to fix that bug tomorrow. Yeah, so let me change to like a champion, because that's not a default. All right. Yeah, so it did. It came back and said that I was on a champion, whatever. All right, let me spec into some stuff and see if that updates. Yeah, it's not retaining the spec, so I'll have to work on that. But that should be an easy fix. But the goal is so that you can share specs without having, like, you'll notice it still says log in up here on the Discord thing. I haven't logged into anything. That's on purpose. The only reason it needs a login is so you can submit feedback about something with one of the little flags saying, hey, this is jacked up. Let me see what it will take for me to log in to the Discord. And then I can show you guys what that does. Yes. All right. So, and you can see it's just saying, hey, it's going to access your username and your avatar and your banner, and that's it. That's all it's asking for. It's not asking for what servers you remember or anything else. It just needs to know who you are. And it's going to add your little Discord icon up here for the fact that you're logged in instead of the button. And then when you go into the chair planner, and you hit submit feedback, it's going to come up with a report issue dialog box like this, and it's already going to say that you're reporting an issue on whatever it was you clicked on. So in this case, it was the spell Threshing the Chaff, and the patch level of the current game is 1.129b. So then you put in, hey, here's what's wrong with it. And then you put in some more details around what's wrong with the data. And then you would put in, like, if it's supposed to be damage of 10 or whatever, you would put that in. And then if it's saying something else, you would put in what that is. I'm going to attempt to make this a little more intuitive, but this is at least enough to get it up and running. And then what that does when you submit something, it goes into the admin dashboard. So what this does is, for folks that decide they want to help maintain a community character planner, there are different levels. So I just wrote this help guide right before we launched. That's why I was a little late, Bloodcore. But basically what this admin console does is it gives us tools for managing the character planner from the community. And it allows admins and mods to review and manage community reported issues, approve and create game data overwrites for specific patch levels, manage user role and permissions, monitor system activity and community health, and track all administrative actions via the audit trail. It is role-based. Your features available to you will depend on your role assignment. If you're interested in helping manage something like this, all you got to do is shoot me a message on Discord, be like, hey, Prondr, I want to help with character planner maintenance or whatever. And so we have 4 different roles that are baked into the tool. The first one is a user. That's anybody that's logged in to Discord, and they can see the same character planner that you can see without being logged in. They can report issues. We're going to be doing a upvote, downvote on issues as well, and then they will also be able to see who else has reported something. And I'm also going to be implementing a thing where you can tell whether or not something has already had feedback submitted on it. That's just not done yet. That's coming. And then there's contributor, where you can also view analytics about what's going on and see who's done what, and you can see what's been reported and the overrides that have gone with it. The level above that is moderator, and that's everything below it, but also the ability to approve, reject, and resolve issues. So that's the people that, if you have the moderator role, you would be able to say, hey, this particular feedback is legit. It matches what I would expect for 1.129b in the game. I'm going to approve the fact that this issue needs to be fixed. Or I'm going to reject it and say this particular issue is not an actual issue. This was a false positive, or whatever the case may be. And then moderators will also be able to mark an issue resolved once either a override has been deployed or if the code has actually been updated. And I'll go over what the difference is between the two. Moderators will also be able to access something called the patch selector. So the part of the way that the data works is going back and looking through, and it's all manual hand jammed and some AI magic, but what patch did X change? Because just because something's in the game a certain way today doesn't mean that 1.129b is what implemented it that way. It might have changed in like 1.127 or something like that. So you want to be able to tag what release patch note or whatever did something actually happen in. And then moderators will also be able to view and manage override data, and I'll show you what that looks like too. But override data is basically how someone that does not have access to the source code of the application can make a change that fixes something that is displayed to everyone. So let's say, just for the bullshit example we were talking about earlier, let's say you were saying that the damage number of a spell was wrong and someone submitted a report about that. A moderator could go in and say, yes, I've verified that such and such spell needs to be changed from 11 to 12 or whatever the case may be. And it will give them the form to edit that. And once it is approved, that will go live right away as soon as that moderator approves that data change. And so that doesn't require a new version of code. That doesn't require me to have to do anything. It's trusting that moderator to be able to update and say, yes, this change is good. This is all logged and stuff too. So if somebody went in and went nuts, it's pretty easy to figure out. And that's also part of why this is permissions based and things like that. And then admin basically has everything. So all moderator permissions, also has manage users, such as changing a user's role, banning a user, deleting a user, full audit trail access, some system config stuff that's in here. And then you got a little matrix for who can do what. And then it walks through what issue management is. So as the community reports problems, questions, or whatever, by default, it comes in as open when it's new, and then it'll appear in the open issues list. Once a moderator reviews and approves it, indicating it is a valid issue and should be addressed, it goes into the approved column. Once an issue has been fixed or addressed and the changes are deployed, and so it is live for everybody as a fix, it goes into the resolved column. If it's rejected, meaning that it is not valid or can't be addressed, it'll go into that particular column. And then if there's also a won't fix, which hopefully nothing really makes it into that category, but you never know, where the issue is valid, but it won't be addressed due to design constraints of some sort that we don't know right now, but we needed a category for something that's just a bridge too far or whatever the case may be. From a user management perspective, only an admin can change their roles. So it's not like somebody can just come in and say, hey, I want to be a moderator and go like self-selected or whatever. You actually got to reach out and say, hey, I'm interested in helping. I'd like X role or whatever. So a note about bans. And I thought about this a lot before I implemented it. But so a ban is only for an elevated role. Anybody can access the character planner because it is public. So at worst case, a ban just means you can't submit a bug report because for whatever reason you did something on your account that maybe you submitted way too many Prondr sucks feedbacks. I don't know, but it will not keep you from using the tool as a character planner. It's going to be, that will always be open for anyone as long as this is around. And then the other thing is it is GDPR compliant, and I'll show you what that looks like. But there's a soft delete and a hard delete both available, and then there's also an option to get all your data if you would like. So if you want to voluntarily close your account, for whatever reason, you just click on the little drop down and go into account settings, and then it's going to show you what the app knows about you, which is your Discord name, your Discord user ID, what role you have, if any, when your account was created, when you were last seen. And then if you want to delete your account, you just hit that magic little button and it will delete your account. If you want to download your data, you just click that button and it'll give you a JSON with, let's see if I've got VS Code, and I'll show you what that looks like as well. All right. So it's just saying, hey, here's the export date. Here's what I know about you. That's the stuff we just saw, which was like the Discord ID and this Discord username and the avatar and all that, when your last login was. And then it's going to also show anything that you've actually reported through the platform. So anything you've actually done that is tied to your user ID. So like for a test, I listed that there was an issue with master pairing. Necros lost that ability to train it back in 1.124D. So that I submitted that feedback just to make sure that the tool worked. But it knows that I did that. So it's associated with that GDPR request. And if you hit delete my data, what it's going to do is it will not get rid of your bug report, but what it will do is get rid of the fact that it was you. So it doesn't get rid of the data that you reported about the chair planner or whatever, but it will remove any semblance of the fact that you had anything to do with it. Overrides. So this is still in work, but this is how the community is able to kind of manage and update this thing without me having to be responsible for doing it all. So it can target different game entities. So spells, styles, abilities, class config items, race config items, whatever the case may be. You just click the create override button if you're a moderator or an admin, select the entity type, select the ID, choose what patch version that change was from, and then enter in the data itself. It says JSON format, but it's not going to be. It's going to be a wizard. It's best practice to keep it focused on the specific item that needs to change, not just everything under the sun. And then it's also got an analytics dashboard that shows you how many active users there are, how many open issues there are, how many active overrides there are, how many audit events there are, how long it takes for average resolution from the time an issue is created until it gets resolved, and then how many active admins have been on in the last day. And then it's got a 7-day activity chart to trend patterns and whatnot, and then also top contributors. I'm going to implement a system. I am not sure what it's going to be called yet. I think I might call it Chivalry. But basically, the more you bug report accurately, the more Chivalry points you get, and we're going to track that publicly. And I'm going to figure out a way to like have a Chivalry herald, if you will, or something, so that you can see who has been involved in helping maintain this tool. And I'm not sure what else we'll do with that info from that perspective, but I wanted to have a way to recognize the members of the community if they so choose to volunteer to help. I wanted to be able to have a way to do that, and I think a Chivalry system is a good way and a have that feedback loop. Then there's also an audit trail. Just like everything for security, compliance, and accountability, every change made through the admin console was logged with details about who made it and when, and it does log all the things, right? And then it's essential for compliance and legal investigations, even though this is a community project. In the event, for some stupid ass reason, that law enforcement ever had to get involved, we have what's necessary to provide that. But yeah, that is the help page for the admin console. So right now there's not any open issues, so I can't really show you that, but when you click on it, it would go to a page with that. There's not any pending review issues either, because again, this thing's only like 8 days old. There's only one total issue, and it is the one with the mastery of parrying that I showed you already. And status is resolved because I actually did that with a code change. And then you can see there's eventually going to be little flags for upvoting, downvoting, whatever the case may be. Probably going to open this up to anybody that's logged in with Discord to be able to vote on it. But let's see what that looks like. From an analytics perspective, I don't have that fully implemented yet. Audit trail. I didn't have audit trail active when I did that one thing, so there's nothing to see here, if you will. But once there is an action that takes place, that will get populated. Overrides. So we talked about that just a tad. I can't remember how far I got on this today. So we got all the different types of overrides, and then the goal is to make this user friendly so that anybody that's interested in helping can actually help manage this. So basically, you create override, pick a realm. This part's broke. Haven't gotten to that yet. You would pick the class that the change applies to. Obviously, you can't hit next because that's still not implemented yet. But then you would pick what type of override it's going to be. So like, and I'll demo this once I actually get it implemented, probably in the next couple of days. But you would pick, is it a master level? Is it a realm ability? Is it a champion level ability? Is it a skill? Is it a style? Whatever. And then you would drill down to the specific thing, and then you would drill down to the specific item, like damage type or cast time or whatever, change whatever that is, and then it would come in to the override field, and then that would display here on the character planner without me ever having to actually manage code. The goal is, once overrides have been approved, eventually a developer will come in and take it out of override status and merge that in to whatever the patch level is. So like you can see, because I'm an admin, I can go and say, hey, let's go back to 1.129. And so anything that changed in 1.129b would not be showing yet once the data is complete. But that's not for everybody. That's just for folks that are actually doing like the data updates and stuff like that, so that you can actually go in and test it and see, did my override work properly, yes or no. But we're not going to bore the random person with that level of detail. And then even if you're logged in, when you want to go share a spec, let's see. $726 share. So even though I'm logged in here, I can copy this URL, and because it doesn't matter whether you're logged in or not, you can share that to anybody. And I know it's very rudimentary. It's not a library yet for people to be able to share. But it's better than nothing, and it doesn't require you to remember a login or anything like that. It's just, hey, here's my spec. I bookmarked it or dropped it in Discord or whatever. It'll take you right to it once I get the bug resolved about spec points not showing up. But that's probably going to be an easy fix. Anyhow, I've been rambling for a while. Anybody in chat got any questions about the character planner before I move on? Yeah, Excedio does have all the data for the CLs. It's less about having the data and more about getting it to render appropriately. So, like, I've got the place for it, and obviously it knows I'm a rune master on this particular line item, and I've got it wired in so that it knows a rune master is a base mystic class. Thanks for the follow, Free Muffins. And I've got it wired in to know that means that it can train Viking or Seer or Rogue, but not Mystic. But what it doesn't have yet is how all that gets wired in. So, like, if you go look at Excedio, for example, even though it hasn't been updated in like a decade, champion level spells haven't really changed since then either. So that part is still the same. But to be able to walk it to where you can pick and choose and train and all that stuff, getting that wired in the first time takes a little while. So I am hoping to have that done sometime in the next week or so. It's just a matter of time, really. It's also holiday week in the U.S., so I'm about to be in the kitchen and not on the computer for the next couple of days. Right now, no, I don't have the block rates or any of that stuff added in. That being said, they can absolutely, there could be a tab someday that has all of that, like on the stats page or whatever. You could dial in like that your CL 15 and ML 10 and level 50 and what your starting stats are and what your Aug Dex is and all that. Once I get all the formulas implemented, I could absolutely add something in here, just like we did with champion levels and whatnot, about that. And that's one of the things that I don't have right now is what your combined stats are. That's on the to-do list, if you will, of what all the things put together do. I've got the startings of it, but it would be nice to have all the things glued together. But initially, my main thing was realm abilities and spells and styles, because that is woefully out of date. And I am actively pursuing getting this in a more accurate state, but it's to the point now from a data perspective. Anybody that wants to log in with their Discord account and fill out a flag saying, hey, this is jacked up, feel free. It kind of gives me focus and I don't have to go looking for what's wrong. So we'll just have to see how things go, but I am planning to start. I'm trying to finish the character planner before I start going nuts on other things. I have more ideas than I know what to do with, to be perfectly honest. So I'm trying to just stay focused and actually finish this thing. So, and then again, if I go log out, come on. Apparently the logout button lost its mind. Another bug. Yay. But yeah, it'll go back to just the generic thing. And if you want to submit a bug, it'll tell you to log in with Discord. But that's literally all it's about is the bug tracking and all the things associated with maintaining the data. Otherwise, yeah. And then I've heard varying opinions from people on what makes sense for how to display things. Some people want a tooltip. Some people want this little window on the side. Obviously, having both displayed at the same time is annoying as hell. So I am probably going to be adding a toggle to where you can pick, do you want the tooltip pop up, or do you want the window, or do you want both? And then again, if you go into detailed view and you click on one, it'll pin it so that you can actually see what the details are. And then this window over here will stay pinned to the side so that no matter how far you have to scroll to find whatever level of detail you're looking for, it'll be there. So but yeah, this is brand new. This is less than 2 weeks old. There are going to be bugs. Yes, I will fix them. Definitely open to looking for people that want to help contribute in some way. But yeah, welcome to DAoC.gg. Long live the community. There's been a lot of people before us that have put stuff like this together, and in this case, it's just my turn to help. So that being said, we will move on to this week's stats. All right. So population this last week was pretty flat. Thanks, Bloodcore. I think there were overall 10 less tunes logged in over the last week. So Albion had 773 characters logged in, which was a plus 1.58% increase from last week. Hibernia had 656 characters logged in, which was a negative 3.1% decrease over last week. Midgard had 573 characters logged in, which was a 0.17 decrease over last week. For a grand total of 2,002 characters that logged in the week ending Sunday, November 23rd, according to the data compiled at excedio.net/herald. Pretty much everybody was just doing the PvP event and frolicking and having fun until it was over. Yeah. Down by a total of 10 characters from the week prior. So top 10 round points of all time. You still got number one is Zonia coming in with 874 million realm points. And apparently I did this wrong because it's saying the realm ranks instead of the class again. Oh well, I don't have time to fix it, meow. Number two was Baby with 740 million realm points. Number three was Emblem with 530 million. Number four was Woo Woo Shoo with 522 million realm points. Number five is FYI Radar's Kills with 514 million realm points. Number six is Hororius with 493 million realm points. Number seven was Raven Throne with 406 million realm points. Number seven we just did. Number 8 is Talos Frosty with 384 million realm points. Number 9 is Homelander with 370 million realm points. And number 10 is Gelgad with 361 million realm points. Apparently I was too busy coding and forgot to filter this one properly. I wonder how many of these I fucked up. Oh, just that one so far. Okay. Yeah, the last 2 weeks was really good. The PvP event I really enjoyed personally. Top 10 realm points last week on Ywain. Number 1. Yeah, I fucked up the classes on this one, but not the realm rank. It has the bounty points in place of the class. That's all right. The names are what matter. Number 1 is Valcini with 7.6 million realm points earned last week. Number 2 was Zonia with 6.6 million realm points earned last week. Number 3 was Macera with 6.4 million realm points earned last week. Number 4 was Certex with 6.4 million realm points earned last week. Number 5 is Coremonger with 5.7 million. Number 6 was Debang with 5.2 million. Number 7 was Woo-Woos with 5.0 million. Blood Core's number 5. Number 8 was Kenios with 5 million realm points. Number 9 was Dero with 4.6 million realm points. Wrapping it up at number 10 is Tariella with 4.4. Looks like you had fun, man. You're 11L3 on a something. All right. This one did right. Top 10 kills last week. Number 1 was Blueface with 406 kills on a realm rank 5L7 healer. Number 2 was Extends with 345 kills on a realm rank 12 Bard. Number 3 was Ladies Likey with 317 kills on a realm rank 11L1 Druid. Number 4 was Rebel Spear with 312 kills on a realm rank 11L7 Blade Master. Number 5 was Sealer with 308 kills on a realm rank 7L7 Healer. Number 6 was Cezaline with 300 kills on a realm rank 8L6 Healer. Number 7 was Ugly with 277 kills on a realm rank 14 Enchanter. Number 8 was Grim Standard with 276 kills on a realm rank 11L6 Necromancer. Number 9 was Dirt Heels with 260 kills on a realm rank 11L8 Savage. And then number 10 was FYI Radar's Kills with 257 kills on a realm rank 14 Valkyrie. PvP mode shook that up a little bit. Top 10 death blows last week on Ywain. We had number 1 was Nebu with 147 death blows on a realm rank 8LO hero. Number 2 was Tola Hunt with 124 death blows on a realm rank 11 LO Veilwalker. Number 3 was Ephesi with 118 death blows on a realm rank 13 L1 Enchanter. Number 4 was Positionals with 106 death blows on a realm rank 13 L1 Necromancer. Number 5 was FYI Radar's Kills with 104 death blows on a realm rank 14 Warlock. Yeah, the classes are all wrong. I don't know what the hell's going on there. I'm gonna have to do this again, I think, this week. This is fucking stupid. This is what I get for trying to use Python to do this fast instead of hand jamming it and verifying it. Let's see. Anything right? Top 10 death blows. Well, the names are right. The classes are wrong. All right. I'll take it. I'll definitely be doing this again, especially since the stream cut out. Probably do it again during NA time. I don't know if it'll be tomorrow or not, but we'll see. But yeah, number 6 was Used Pets with 98 death blows. Number 7 was Chateaus with 94 death blows. Number 8 was Ugly with 89 death blows. Number 9 was Blueface with 81. Holy shit, dude, $50. Let's support the project. Hell yeah. Thank you, man. That's awesome. Number 10 was Yasipi with 74 death blows. All right. And then we get top 10 solo kills. Yeah, the classes are all wrong. Again. Oh well. The names are right, and the solo kills are right, so I'm still going to read it. Just ignore the class. Python lost its mind. Even the realm points are right. It just completely botched the classes for some reason. Top 10 solo kills. Got number 1 is Tola Hunt with 95 solo kills, 4.2 million RPs on a realm rank 11 LO Hunter. Number 2 was Nebu with 90 solo kills, 2.0 million realm points earned on a realm rank 8 LO Eldritch. Number 3 was Used Pets with 84 solo kills, 1.8 million realm points earned on a realm rank 9 L8 Necromancer. Number 4 was Yasipi with 69 solo kills on 1.1 million realm points earned last week on a realm rank 11 LO Rune Master. Number 5 was Ephesi with 69, again, solo kills with 2.7 million realm points earned on a realm rank 13 L1 Druid. Number 6 was FYI Radar's kills with 60 solo kills, 3.5 million realm points earned on a realm rank 14 Ranger. Number 7 is Coremonger. Except he's not a pally. Fucking data being wrong. Coremonger with 58 solo kills, 5.7 million realm points earned on a realm rank 11 L3 Reaver. Number 8 is Gervonta Davis with 55 solo kills, 1.5 million realm points earned on a realm rank 10 L8 Mauler. Thanks for the sub, FYI. I appreciate it. It's awesome. We're growing slowly but surely. Kenzie coming in at number 9 with 51 solo kills, 2.1 million realm points earned on the realm rank 11 L5 Champion. And wrapping it up at number 10 is Jola with 44 solo kills, 2.6 million realm points earned on a realm rank 12 L9 Shadowblade. Alrighty, up next we have the top 10 deaths. Alright. Again, the class is wrong. Hey man, just because you're on the list, dying means you're fighting, right? Because these are RVR deaths. These aren't dying to doppels. Number 1 with 559 deaths on a realm rank 9 hero is Renaud, I guess. Number 2 is Ekanusa, also Renaud, with 212 deaths on a realm rank 9 Eldritch. Number 3 is Psoriasis with 149 deaths on a realm rank 7 L9 Paladin. Number 4 was Blueface with 143 deaths on a realm rank 5L7 Warlock. Number 5 was Busy Mortal with 113 deaths on a realm rank 13 L3 Scout. Number 6 was Chateaus with 111 deaths on a realm rank 14 Enchanter. Number 7 was Deerl with 106 deaths on a realm rank 11 L8 Hunter. Number 8 was Ugly with 98 deaths on a realm rank 14 Enchanter. Number 9 is Rebel Spear with 92 deaths on a realm rank 11 L7 Hero. And number 10 is Coremonger with 85 deaths on a realm rank 11 L3 Reaver. Up next, we have the top Ywain guilds of all time. I doubt this list has changed since last week. Most likely, just the amount of realm points. Yep, so far. Number 1 would be Legend with 7.2 billion realm points on Albion. Number 2 would be Huter Divulge with 6.7 billion realm points from Hibernia. Number 3 would be Ace of Truar with 5.1 billion realm points on Midgard. Number 4 is Barons of Brutality with 4.3 billion realm points, also on Midgard. Number 5 is Legendary Angels, 3.7 billion realm points, also on Midgard. Number 6 is Chaotic Incarnation with 3.4 billion realm points, also on Midgard. Number 7 is Fellowship of Albion, 3.1 billion realm points, also on Albion. Number 8, Shadow Brothers, 3.0 billion realm points. Number 9 is Last Line with 2.9 billion realm points on Midgard, and wrapping it up at number 10 is Upon a Pale Horse with 2.9 billion realm points on Albion. Top guilds last week on Ywain. Coming in at number 1 was Legend from Albion with, let's see, I'm going to go live to see if the data is better there or not. Yeah. This one didn't update properly, so we will do this. Call an audible. All right. We'll go top guilds of last week. Number 1 was Legend from Albion with 26 million realm points earned. Number 2 was Ymir from Midgard with 14 million realm points earned. Number 3 was Fat Kid Pickers of Hibernia with 9.7 million realm points earned. Number 4 was Upon a Pale Horse with 9.3 million realm points earned from Albion. Number 5 was Ligurs de Nazareth with 8.1 million realm points earned from Hibernia. Number 6 was Unite with 8.1 million realm points earned from Albion. Number 7 was Lashant de Ariok with 7.2 million realm points earned from Albion. Number 8 was Guardian Council with 7.2 million realm points earned, also on Albion. Number 9 was Zentarum with 7.0 million realm points earned on Midgard, and wrapping it up at number 10 is Varg's Reichert with 6.8 million realm points earned. Let's see if Gaheris is accurate or not. Top RPs last week. Yay, so we can go back to the slide deck. Yay. All right. Bloodcore digging on down the list at number 17. That's pretty cool, though. All right. Top Gaheris RPs last week. The class is wrong again, so don't worry about that. But number 1 was Sotlo with 192 million realm points. Number 2 was Ocelot with 191 million realm points. Number 3 was Black Tug with 191 million realm points. Number 4 was LOL Blocker with 190 million realm points. Number 5 was Osso Blocker with 189 million realm points. Number 6 was Lock Me Outside with 188 million realm points. Number 7 was Ostafer with 180 million realm points. Number 8 was Qui with 158 million realm points. Number 9 was Aoi with 158 million realm points. And number 10 was Qui, also with 158 million realm points. All of these being obviously realm rank 14 characters. The same 43 tunes are still max cap. Won't go over that, but every last one of these 43 tunes does have 2,147,483,647 realm points, which is the maximum you can earn in Dark Age of Camelot. Top 10 RPs that are... Hey, sweetie, what's up? My 12-year-old says hello. She woke up in the middle of the night for a snack. So the list has not changed since last week. So it's still Implode, Demi War, Swiffy, Drew David, Tonka, Wizzy, Sensation, Trusku, Tonka's Chanter, Explode, and Grimtooth that are the top 10 not capped. Then top guilds of all time. Let's go see if that has changed. Yep. Tonka's team at number 1 with 29 billion. Demigods at number 2 with 24 billion. Falls on Me at number 3 with 22 billion. Catalyst at number 4 with 22 billion. Fun at number 5 with 20 billion. Danish Huskarls at number 6 with 19 billion. Angels of Death at number 7 with 18 billion. Survivors at number 8 with 14 billion. Juggernaut at number 9 with just a little bit less, 14 billion. And number 10 is Grace at 10 billion. Yeah, I got to go scroll down to number 22 to find mine. I only have 5.3 billion. And then the top guilds of last week. Yep, that data didn't pull either. So we will go back to the Excedio browser. Number 1 top guild last week on Gaheris was Swaggin' Wagon with 2.3 billion realm points earned. Number 2 was Survivors with 10 million realm points earned. Number 3 was Exiled Fury with 3 million realm points earned. Number 4 was Ministry of Darkness with 1 million realm points earned. Number 5 was Drunken Disorderly with 302,000 realm points earned. Number 6 was Legacy of the Dragon with 284,000 realm points earned. Number 7 was Mystic Brigade with 229,000 realm points earned. Number 8 was Danish Huskarls with 165,000 realm points earned. Number 9 is Angels of Death with 95,000 realm points earned. And wrapping it up at number 10 is Juggernaut with 91,000 realm points earned. And then going to keep it up advocating for other folks that stream live on Twitch. Basically the same list as last week, minus one. But we've got, 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 21 people that stream live right now on a semi-frequent basis. Andy, Bloodcore, Claustropevia, Dalton, Divix, Evil, Expired Angel, Herman, Justin, Clocked, Linnell, Nerf This, Augie, myself, Sleepy, Ty, The Sneak, Toe Gems, Vicomtessa, Volcom, and Zerov. If you haven't checked out their streams, go find them. They're all good people. They all have their own different ways of playing, but their streams are all fun. I think I've seen every last one of them in some fashion. But definitely looking to support streamers. It's the best advertisement that we have for this game. And then suggestions. If you have a suggestion about what you would like to see on the state of the game, other than me proofreading my PowerPoint before I go live, you can go to sotgideas.prondrnor.com and it will take you to a little Google form. And you can fill that out and let me know what you're thinking. You can also just DM me on Discord. That works too. Enjoyed hanging out with everybody tonight. Probably going to try to do this again later this week with better data and hopefully without internet that doesn't cut the hell out. If I don't, I will edit the shit out of the video and post it because we'll have something. But yeah, thanks for hanging out. Appreciate it, everybody. Bloodcore, thanks again for the raid. Happy belated birthday. Cosme, thanks for the $50 donation. That was fucking awesome. And FYI, thank you for the sub. I will catch y'all later.